Check. This is Becoming the Beast podcast. Jeff Logan here. Yo, what's up, people? Jeff Logan here, Becoming the Beast podcast. I'm not sure what episode we on, but we overdue for a new episode. I got you. I told you, man. I've been busy. So if I'm going to an update, basically, there's been tons of auditions for acting, different roles. Been very, very strenuous, and it's been all through self-tape because of the current times. Like, everything you see is like mostly casting through self-tape. So I've been self-taping right along, right? And updates on NBM, new NBM. I'm rocking it right now. I'm rocking a new NBM right now. Yeah, the North Star. Hold on a second. Let me show you the pants. Yeah. All of that. Boom, we've been on the phone. So basically, grinding real hard in the back end for the new NBM. It's the same brand, but it's reincarnation. It's the same spirit inhabiting a new body, in a sense. So there's a lot of moving parts with that. I shot the campaign myself. Just got e-com shot. Tons of meetings every week for it. The new installment of it with the North Star logo, the iconic North Star logo. If you want more information, you can check out the website or you can check out the Instagram. And I don't know if it'll be up for pre-sale by the time this podcast comes out. Depends on how fast I get it out there. But we coming. And don't say I didn't warn you. This has been brought to you by Logan Performance, Become Nutrition, and No Beast Mode Clothing. This has been brought to you by Be Focus. Be Focus is right here. Be Focus is my nootropic for your brain. Amazing product came out with, I want to say last month, and it's easily turned into a top seller for Become Nutrition because everyone's loving it. That's something you take, like if you're having that 3 o'clock slump where you're kind of like mentally fatigued, or if you need to really focus on something, to hone in on something, put the energy drinks down, reach for the Be Focus. I got you. That's available www.becomenutrition.com. So NBM will be out soon. Become Nutrition is popping restock on Friday. Again, I don't know how fast I'm gonna put this out, but yeah, if you see any fucking bullshit lies about me, just know that it's fucking bullshit and know that I got proof against it and I'm not worried about a fucking thing. Let's get into business. Okay, so I'm gonna graze over a bunch of topics. Take what you need, apply it to yourself, apply the energy to yourself, and make your life better because of it, okay? So here on Becoming the Beast, I'm your mental trainer, okay? I'm here to make you think better, to make you think in a stronger way, to make you think in a stronger mindset. And that's my only reason why I'm here. I'm not your friend. I'm not your fucking cousin. I'm not your boyfriend. I'm not your boy. I'm not any of that. I just need you to think better. I just need you to think stronger. That's all I want to do. That's my goal for this. All my people who are subscribed to BTB, I appreciate y'all. All people who are reposting it, showing love on YouTube in the comments, showing love on Spotify, showing love on Apple Podcasts, getting the podcast to top 20 education podcasts in the world. Appreciate that. Much love, because we coming, we strong, and I'm going to do these in person, I told you. And like I said, all my subscriber gang, shout out to y'all for supporting this financially for $4.99 a month. I appreciate that, but much love. Let's continue to grow this thing. I was thinking of a quote, Bible, right? In the Bible, thou shalt not judge. And I personally think that means yourself included, because we can be our harshest critics, man. We got people in the world who are against us. We got environmental things we can't control that kind of work against us. We have all these forms of negativity, so why would we add to that negativity? Why would we add to our own negativity? And I used to think that shit was cool, kind of like talking shit to yourself, kind of being this like drill sergeant on yourself. You can't do that. I learned the opposite is I've gained more success by doing the opposite. I've gained more success by crossing the line and coming on my own side, being my own teammate, being my own cheerleader or so to speak. So being on my own squad means I can't be against myself. Wow, like a lot of things that people ask me for, like advice, whether it's a one-on-one client, you can do that. That's link wherever you can see one-on-one mentorships. We have amazing conversations. Like I said, I only take 6 of those a week. So if you get booked, consider yourself lucky. The main thing is a lot of people get in their own way. Somebody shoots you a look in public and you'll start passing judgment on yourself through their voice that they haven't even spoke through. So you're putting yourself in this sort of mental prison with all this judgment. So judging yourself, there's a difference between judging yourself and taking inventory. Taking inventory is like, okay, what makes me mad? What makes me glad? What gets me motivated? Where do I procrastinate at? That's inventory. That's like if you go inventory in the store, if I go inventory for Become Nutrition, I see what I have in stock, right? What I have in stock is what I can essentially sell. What I don't have in stock is what I need to go get, versus judging what I have or what I don't have. Judging is not going to do anything. Filling your stock up, taking inventory, mental inventory, physical inventory, That's what you want to do versus judgment. Because judgment, there's no end game. It doesn't get you anything. There's no progress with judgment. Judgment is basically the ability to come to a considerable conclusion, or it could be like a misfortune, a divine punishment, like Judgment Day. So if judgment is looked at as one of its definitions as a divine punishment, why are you divinely punishing yourself? Get the fuck out of your way. Get out the way. I told one of my clients, I said, get the fuck out the way. You know the answer already. Pay attention to the question and you'll find out the answer. How do I stay more motivated? How do I get more dedicated? How do I lose weight? When you take the how can I, when you take that out of the equation and it just goes to lose weight, get better, do more. How can I do more? Take the how away from it, do more. Remember I told you before, life is simple, but it's not easy. Simple. It's not easy because the reason why it's not easy because that's the journey part of it, right? So basically judgment puts you in a feeling of doubt. And doubt is, again, you standing directly in your own way, fighting yourself. If there's a grocery store outbreak and somebody start fighting somebody, right? Who's the last person in there you want to fight? It's like, probably yourself, because you know what you're capable of or you know your potential. If pushed, we all probably can get to a elite level of craziness, or if we had to defend ourselves, whether it was a life or death situation, we probably would be great at that. So why would we want to fight ourselves? That's what you're doing when you doubt. You're fighting yourself. I'm not battling myself. There's no way, because I know my potential as far as like causing damage or the ability to defend myself in a battle or a war. So why would I do that against me? I wouldn't. I'm not. I stopped. Not saying that I'm some perfect being that didn't do that before. I'm telling you what I had failure and success with. So battling myself, talking shit to myself, judging myself constantly, judging others. Right now, if there's no production in it, there's no production value, if it doesn't give me any progress, I'm not doing it. And by that, I mean, I'm not thinking about it. I'm not spending any life on it. If you have a bucket, right? If you got a bucket full of life and your life energy, what are you spending it on? What are you throwing it to? You like the flower girl at a wedding, right here. You take a flower, you take a flower, you take a flower. That's your life you're giving away. When you place your attention on something, when you place your intention on something, especially if it's some shit that you can't change. Get your eyes off it. Basically, it's not even get your eyes off it, because I'm trying to put more depth into this. Take your life out of that. Take your life out of that. Why are you putting life into that? Why are you giving that life? Why are you breathing life into this thing that you don't like? Why are you breathing life into this person you don't fuck with? Why are you giving any attention on that? Why are you procrastinating? And then you're going to do all that and stand in your own way? No. Judge not, right? Thou shalt not judge. Don't judge yourself either. Take inventory though, but not judgment. I would say times where I was judging myself was starting out business. And you start to talk to yourself through all these people's voices. Oh, what is this person going to think when they see this? What is this person going to think? What is that person going to think? Man, I should do it like this so I can impress this person, so I can flex on this person. That's not what it's about. That's a whole bunch of spinning in one place, not moving forward or backwards. You're just fucking spinning. And because life keeps going, you're essentially moving backwards when you're not moving. When you're not doing anything, when you find yourself not doing anything at all, you're moving backward. That's the indecisiveness. That's the doubt. That's the standing in your own way. That's the judging, not moving forward. So in essence, you're moving backwards. And we don't have time to move backwards. We don't have life to move backwards. So again, take inventory. What am I spending my life on? What am I judging? What do I need to stop judging? If I just remove all judgment, how will my life be? If I start taking inventory rather than judging myself, how will my life go? And anytime you're taking inventory on your life with the way things are going, take that shit and multiply by 10. So if you're on an airplane, right, and the motherfucker starts shaking and you get nervous, so multiply that by 10. What if you get really, really nervous where you have this crippling, shaking anxiety where you can't move? And now you visit that 10x spot and you go, well, it ain't that bad. I ain't that scared. So then why be scared at all? And then you realize it's a choice. So if you're also having a feel good feeling and you multiply that by 10, you say, what if I felt 10 times better right now? This would be even fucking better. Cool. That's where you need to go. So sometimes you can take things times 10. So you say, okay, cool. If you're trying to make a decision, it's a beautiful part of the decision-making process. Times it by 10. So I don't know if I should go this way or that way. Well, times this way by 10 and times that way by 10. what happens now? And if you don't know, there's beauty in the unknown. There's tons of beauty in the unknown. And expecting nothing, then you receive everything, versus expecting everything and receiving nothing. It's the difference. Another concept, you can't rush laws. You cannot rush a law, because things that were meant to be have their own individual process, right? Things that were meant to be have their own individual process, and this is a process you have to respect. And a lot of times when you take inventory, you can realize, I'm not doing everything I can possibly do to help this natural process take place, right? Sometimes it's hurry up and wait, or hurry up and prepare. Sometimes if it's stagnant, all you can do is just more preparation. That's taking inventory. In what other ways can I prepare for this blessing or this thing that I'm asking for? How many different angles can I get ready from? This is taking inventory. You should be able to spend a lot of time with yourself and less time spending your life with these other people. Spending your life on these other people by giving them your power of making a choice. Always that going to that person, what should I do, what should I do, what should I do? Go to your higher self, visit the person who's already accomplished it. Ask them what to do. Because it's gonna be biased every time when you ask someone else what to do, because they're gonna give you their interpretation of it. Even if it's a professional within your industry. I've visited a lot of professionals in industries that I'm interested in, or that industries that I'm in. Sometimes they're not the best people to go to for advice, because they can stifle your shit, right? So go to you, who's already done it, and then work backwards. Already did it. Not to the point where you achieve this thing, whatever the thing is, put your thing right here, right? Not that, I'm talking about you already did it. Like it's already, it's history. You already done did it. It might be a year after, 2 years after you done did it. Have you ever visited that place mentally? Maybe not. Maybe you're just thinking, oh, I gotta get there, I gotta get there, I gotta get there, I gotta get there. You don't even know what the fuck you're gonna do once you get it. And that's a problem. You need to know. So basically not rushing the laws. Just because you want something doesn't mean you're ready for it now. And why wouldn't you respect the process of you being ready for that? And in that process of you getting readied for that, that's so you can keep it. That's so you can build up a strong enough foundation where this thing can stand on. Whatever it is, whatever the goal is, it doesn't matter. You can implement any type of goal in there, any type of thing in there. And your process of getting ready, getting prepared, getting conditioned, getting strengthened is so you can hold this thing effortlessly. Respect your process. Don't rush the law. The things that I desire, I want to possess them for eternity. The readying process, that gestationary period, the law of that you got to respect is on average 9 months. And this little individual is going to turn into a big individual, and they're going to live a life, full life, God willing. So when you compare that small gestationary period of 9 months compared to an entire lifetime is small, is minute. And then you have to ask yourself, this is taking into why the fuck do you want this shit now? Because when I visit myself 10 years ago, I wasn't ready for this. I wasn't ready to earn income on this level. There's no way I was ready for that. And I'm thankful that I didn't. You understand? So it's like, respect your process, respect the law. And a lot of you guys ask the universe, ask yourself for these big, gigantic things, huge things, which is cool. The bigger the better. I talked about that on the podcast about thinking big, which is amazing. But you can't think big and not have no respect for the process. You can't think big and not start the process. You can't think big and not make an action and not speak this motherfucker into existence, right? 3 different types of words. The internal word is the thought. The external word is spoken. Then the action word is the deed. So those 3 words have to be in unison in order for you to progress towards this thing. But they have to be in unison at all times, every day, every moment. Mental training. This is your mental training, conditioning over and 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 over again. Repetition. The best bodies come from repetition. Repetition. What are you doing on a daily basis? What are you doing moment to moment? So it's like if somebody had a my son, okay, let's say my 14-year-old, if he had a goal of becoming a grandfather, right? Imagine him trying to rush that. How are you gonna rush that? You can't rush that. Imagine if a kid had a goal of becoming a grandparent. How do you rush that? You cannot rush that. Great goal, lofty, but it's not something to be rushed. So not saying that your goal is as lofty as that, but there's still a process that your goal takes. And on that process is where you become you, where either your character is built or revealed. Sometimes your character is revealed, and that's where you take inventory and be like, I have to strengthen my character, because the character that I have right now is not something that can support this type of goal. So this is when those life change happens. This is when, oh man, you changed my life. So basically you have to stop rushing your seeds. So the seeds that you plant, you have to stop rushing those seeds. So imagine trying to have a fetus to have a fetus. That sounds crazy. You can't do that, okay? Nurture your goal, nurture your dream, do everything you can to do everything in your power to prepare, to get prepped, to get ready, to ready yourself. That's the new thoughts, that's the new environments, that's the new people that you're around. Everything, change everything, okay? And it all starts with that internal word. The internal word also that you say to yourself, get out your way, think the new thoughts. Things you need to do, spend time in nature, okay? Because nature always mimics the divine. just watch how like a seed is planted, that is nurtured in its environment, it grows, it bears fruit. That's like the basic level of everything, okay? Remember what I said, you want the fruits before you got the roots. You want the fruits before you got the roots. You can't have the fruits before you have the roots. You can't. You can't. It's cool to want the fruit, but prepare. Prepare for the fruit. You understand? And that's nurturing the root. Foundation, something to stand on. Okay, so everybody, I would imagine, has something over their head, some type of roof, whether you live in a house, whether you live in a condo, apartment, whether you live in a motherfucking car, right? So you live somewhere. So upon living in this place, what if somebody told you, yeah, they built this thing as fast as they possibly could and the foundation isn't that firm? You're like, oh, okay. Is there any other places? You know what I mean? So why would you want this goal, this big goal without a firm foundation? You wouldn't. You wouldn't live in a house without a firm foundation. You wouldn't live in a car. Yeah, they built this thing in 5 minutes. The quick things break easily because they're weak. Weak things break. That's what happens. So why do you want your goal so quick? So then that you might be the thing to break. How many people rise to stardom real quick and then they break because they weren't strong enough to hold that for eternity? Versus the people that age like fine wine and they got it and they're respectable and they got these long careers and these long lives and everything is great and they age gracefully. Versus the one that go up hard and crash hard. You could go up hard, but that's you getting prepared and realizing, oh shit, this rocket ship's taking off. Let me get ready. Let me strap in. Let me do everything I got to do to get ready so I can hold this thing. You know what I'm saying? Also meditation. I have a meditation on here with the podcast. There's meditations all over YouTube. Or there's just sitting in silence, not doing anything. Taking inventory on the words that you hear the loudest internally. Taking inventory on the internal words that you hear the loudest, that are often repeated to yourself. And this is when you kind of catch yourself and change and go, oh, I can't talk to myself like that. Oh, I can't engage in that type of conversation with this person. Oh, it's different. Thinking of new thoughts, creating a new environment, because the new environment is going to come from within here. And then the world catches up quickly. And also with spirit, you ask in the form of feelings. I told you this before. You're going to ask and attract the things you want in the form of feelings. So how do you feel about this? What are you feeling? Quiet yourself down and just take inventory. Quiet everything around and take inventory. What am I feeling? What am I feeling about this thing? You know? And also the gratitude that you produce. I feel good that I already have it. Remember I talked about visiting? You already attaining this thing being history already for a year. Think that new thought. What would I be doing? Where would I be? What kind of person would I be? What kind of character would I have? What type of people would I be around? What type of words would I use? How would I speak? How would I carry myself? How would I walk? I told you this. Become, be, and then it comes. That's manifestation. Be in the thing, and then it comes to you. Because it won't come to you if you're not it. You have to be this thing, and then it comes to you. Vibration, vibrate on that frequency, turn on the frequency. Right now, you're looking at this, you're listening to this, however your method of intaking this podcast, and you can't really do 10 things at once. You can't listen to loud ass rap music or rock music or country music or pop music, whatever type of music you're into, and listen to this at the same time, both on full board. You can't do that. It's one or the other. Also, what emphasis are you putting on things? How strong is that emphasis that you're putting on things? So think about the term fuck you, right? You got to look at the environment that it's around. So if you text somebody fuck you, LOL, it's de-escalated, right? Oh, fuck you. Yo, you always eat that fucking terrible ass shit. Fuck you, right? There's no emphasis on that. Versus all caps, exclamation point, fuck you. It's the same terminology, but there's different emphasis on it. So I need you to start living your life in all caps. Live your life in all caps, all capital letters. Same life, same soul. Because what happened with your body fucking, your body captured your spirit and they became one, and then your soul was born. You got to understand your divinity, how divine you are. And once you tap in with that, just by thinking about it and realize that everything's internal, you'll gain strength from yourself. And when you realize that, when you get motivated by words, pictures, videos, whatever, it's something inside of you that you decided upon that was always internal, right? And you'll start to go inside for more and more strength and start to pull it out of yourself. You'll start to pull it out of yourself. You'll start to pull this strength from you, from your higher self. You can't be cut off from that. You're in unison with this at all times. Your God expressing itself through human. And humans have a limited way to explain things, limited language, but the thought's not limited. The language is limited, but the thought isn't. So that's why sometimes the feeling comes before the words, or you can't explain something, you just got to go do it. Sometimes you don't have time to explain it. Sometimes explaining things fucking de-escalate shit. Go with how you're feeling. Spend some time in nature. Spend time meditating. Live your life in all caps. Take inventory rather than judgment. Start living a stronger life. Becoming the Beast Podcast, Jeff Logs. Let's go. More episodes to come. New MBM on the way. Become Nutrition on the way. It's been brought to you by MBM, Logan Performance, and Become Nutrition. I got you. Protecting your energy is not a crime either.